What's up guys, Kelso here. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to scrub an MX Bikes. And if you already know how to scrub and you really are having like a struggling point to where you don't know how to control your scrubs, I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. I have about 3,000 hours in MX Bikes. I am nowhere near being the best player in this video game. I've said that time and time again, but I do know a little bit of tips and tricks, and I play almost every day, so we can at least get a little bit something for you guys. Now, I'm going to go and show you guys really just a lap around real quick of showing without any scrubbing of me just jumping and really see how much air time I'm getting without cutting down any air and all that. And then really what it could look like with scrubbing, and then we'll go into exactly how that looks, how you can actually master it and actually practice it. Now, I decided to just go here on MX Club. This is the easiest track I would say to learn scrubbing because it's nothing but tables like this or extra spots like that. To where you can really just start shaving off that speed and scrubbing and then trying to set down a really hot lap. Yeah, that's really what I have for you. I mean, it's not super difficult, but it does take a little time to master because it's about learning the rider weight, knowing when to actually execute it, knowing how to do it, and then going for it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can only scrub on Supercross, you can't scrub for outdoors. That's BS, man. Scrubbing is for everywhere, so don't let that be fooled. And I know there's a lot of new people joining up into the MX Bikes community and or like already been here for a little bit but having that trouble. But I'll go ahead and start showing you guys how much lower you can stay by scrubbing. And for those that are seeing it, I do have my controller overlay up, and I do have the sit and stand button on, so that right there really does show you a lot already of what I'm doing in order to stay low. But yeah, you can scrub either way, and sometimes it bites you in the ass to stay that low, but it does help you out big time instead of over jumping it. But as you can see, I'm right there on the money on everything, using more speed than I need to and staying low. Nice and low to the outside. I can even scrub this little spot to stay low. Let's scrub this little spot to stay low, allow us to stay in. Even scrub the finish line. That right there was a 1 minute point one, so almost in the 59s. Now I'll go ahead and rewind it and show you guys in slow motion exactly what was happening there, because it kind of just it showing you the controller and then the standing and sitting, it doesn't really give you the justice of exactly what I mean. So let me go back up to about maybe these two jumps when I was actually cooking with it. But right after this one, this is the one you really want to see. So I'll go and slow this down as best as I can and explain what's going on in the in there. So I'm standing up as you see the rider, and then immediately I'm sitting down right there, and I'm turning left as you can see with my analog stick, and then I'm standing right back up, and I'm turning the bike back that way. So whichever way you're gonna scrub and you sit down, you need to turn your analog stick that way first. So you're gonna go sit down and turn left, and then you're gonna turn back right. Now the sit down, stand back up technique, that is how you control the bike more, which I will get into depth. But just being able to scrub, you don't have to do that. If you think it's too much buttons to be pressing at the time, you could simply carry more speed than you think you need to. As you're coming up the face of the jump, sit down and turn whichever way you want to scrub, and then make sure you're just turning back the other way. Now, obviously, you can see that I'm already practicing with it. See how my right analog stick is going that way? Whichever way you are scrubbing, you need to go opposite way first, and then your rider weight, which is your right analog stick, it's going to come over time of where you need to place this. I really can't help you as much until you just really look at it on how I'm controlling it. But it's to each their own. Everybody does it differently. But I know for sure scrubbing, you need to go turning the same way that you want to scrub first, and then whipping it or turning it back the other way. So for instance, left, you're going to go left and then back right as soon as possible. Opposite way, right, and back the other way as soon as possible. Now I want to go ahead and show you guys that technique, what I was talking about, the sitting and standing spot. This right here requires me to do another lap so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of you guys do know how to scrub, but a lot of you guys are very wonky with it. For instance, what I'm talking about is you'll go here and you'll scrub, and you see how crazy your bike is to where you're throwing it super wide for no reason. As you get to the part to where you want to start qualifying for stuff, you want to start actually catching up that speed or landing correctly, that's when you need to start controlling your scrubs. Because if you go here and throw this and all that and then try to land, maybe you just aren't going to be able to do it correctly, right? I'm over exaggerating it at this point, right? But it's better from doing this, throwing it super wide all the way around. I've done that multiple times to where it's just like I'm not ready, or I'm just scrubbing, forgetting to stand back up in time or something like that, and I'm just overthrowing it, right? A scrub doesn't have to be a super huge whip or super big. A scrub could be easy peasy, throwing it there and then right there as well, getting the bike aligned back. As long as you're hitting that sit down button off the face of the jump and then being able to stand right back if you're going to recorrect. Now, everybody knows that you have more stability on the bike when you're standing up. It's the same thing when you're in the air. You have more control of that bike standing up. So why not already scrub that time off, but then already come back and have stability over the bike as soon as you scrub, and then stand back up. You'll have more stability and control over the bike. So that's exactly what I mean. As you can see right here, I'll go ahead and rewind it for you and see how crazy we get around these jumps just because I'm not sitting down, right? So I'll go ahead and hit here. You can see in third person that we're just all over the place. See how wide we're throwing the scrub? How wide we're throwing the scrubs? We're just kind of all over with it. We're scrubbing, but we're not getting it back, right? We're scrubbing, but we're not getting it back. That's when the sit down, the stand, the sit, and then stand back up to control it, right? You don't want to cross jump people and all that. You want to be able to scrub, but keep it in a straight line. So I'll go back again for you guys, and then we'll try to put it all together. Just watch the analog sticks. Like I said, I'm standing right now, and then I sit, and then I stand right back up. That's allowing me to control it. And obviously, for a scrub, you need more than enough speed. If you don't have the speed, you shouldn't be scrubbing anything, right? Scrubbing is when you're carrying more than enough speed. You need to scrub that time off, and also on jumps, right? You don't want to boner air or anything, right? And you can even see right there, I'm scrubbing even into that to stay lower. But here, sit down, stand back up, allowing to control it. Sit down, stand back up, allowing myself to control it. Easy peasy, all the way around. Boom. Doing it once again, just throwing it wide, but also staying right on line. So it's a big whip if you guys still think it's cool, like you're still able to throw the bike sideways, but you're scrubbing in a straight line instead of up in the air like this, right? You're just jumping up in the air. That right there is just you not scrubbing, right? And there's a complete difference from that, right? To where I just completely jumping and then from scrubbing and staying lower. So things that we covered on to date, we need to figure it out, right? I know I'm trying to keep this unedited so you guys can see it as the best you guys can. But things we can cover is whichever way you're going to start the scrub, you need to turn it. So turn right and then back left. That's how you're going to bring the bike back. Once again, rider weight is all up to you. You just need to practice it to understand how it's going to go. If you'd like to see when I'm starting a hot lap on this whole track, if you're going to stick to the end of the video, you can always watch my rider weight to see where I'm turning at the right time. But yeah. Another thing to control your scrub, sit, stand back up. That's allowing you to stay straight up. Sit, stand back up. Use more speed than you think you need, and that's allowing you to shave that time off. Because if not, I'm using all the speed. Look at me OJ it all the way out here, right? Simple things like that will save you big time. But yeah, I'll go ahead and reset real quick, and I'll try to run a super scrub lap and see if we can hit a 59. And you guys can see I was running a 101 before I actually hit a 1 minute .1. So scrubbing does save you a lot of time. So more speed than you think you need, and I'll go ahead and say it as I'm doing it. Sit down, stand back up. Staying lower than low, using more speed than I need. I am going to scrub these as well. Sit down, stand back up, sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand. It's allowing me to stay super low on those rollers instead of being super high. I'm going to stand, sit down, stand back up immediately. Sit down, stand back up immediately. Sit down, stand back up immediately. It's a quick reaction to it. Sit down, stand back up immediately. You can see I'm controlling the bike instead of like all around the track, and I'm able to get right back on that gas and be planted without the bike being all weird and wonky. Same thing here. Stand, sit back down. Easy peasy. Sit down, stand back up. And we're here. Stand, sit down, money. It's basically like I'm scrubbing off that extra speed I have, but it's almost like we're going in a straight line. You want to be in that straight line area, not like super high up in the air like a rainbow. That's what's going to save you that time, big time. Here, scrub off that time, stand back up, control it. And just like that, we're in the inside, and we hit a 59. So it is possible. Like I said, it's all in the matter of the stand, sit, stand back up. That's how you control it. Now, once again, if you don't think you have the opportunity or you have the willpower to do that, right? If you don't think you have that comfortability yet, simple as it is, just practice getting more speed and sitting down. And turning the bike. That's scrubbing. You are scrubbing. It's wonky. It sucks. And then make sure you're staying on the gas as well, so you can keep that forward momentum. So if in case you don't feel comfortable doing that, you don't have the time, just here, more speed, sit down, and then try to stand up before you sit down if you forget. Boom. Just like that, easy peasy. But that's all I have for you guys. If you guys have any more questions, if there's things that I missed out, if there's not things I'm not explaining correctly, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button. I tried my best to explain this, and hopefully if you're a beginner, this helped out big time. And if this is you that are trying to control your whips without trying to cross jump and all that, hopefully that helped out big time as well for you to have more stability and control in the air. But until next time, it's your boy Kelso, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.